Alright everyone, hope you death-proofed your house, because today I'm updating my Final Destination ranking. New movie's out, and I will avoid any major spoilers, but just in case, spoiler alert. Starting off, number 6 is The Final Destination. This movie is, you could almost call it a parody of the others, except it clearly was not intentional. The racist character in this movie is, like, a cartoonish version of a racist guy from the 60s. Most of the acting is not good. The leads have a serious case of
dull surprise!
Really, the only good performance is from McKelty Williamson. His character is the only one with any actual depth. This is the shortest Final Destination, so I guess that's something, but it's not much. Most of the CGI looks like ass, and as a result, most of the kills are kind of bad. The opening disaster is the weakest in the franchise. And this is the one movie in the franchise that has no Tony Todd. What the fuck? So, the underwater death is legitimately creepy and scary and unnerving. And then there's the car wash incident, which is just laughably unscary. Didn't Mythbusters or someone like that do a thing where they car surfed through a car wash?
Adam, have fun? Surely not.
Oh, no! Oh, that's cool!
Adam clings on through the rinse and through the spin. The drying gives him a shock, but not a knock.
It's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah! I'm glad I did that, and I'm glad I don't ever have to do it again.
Yeah, no, it's not scary in the slightest. The only danger was the fact that her neck got stuck in the sunroof. The score is 1.5 out of 5. Number 5 is Final Destination 3. Really, 4 is the only one in the franchise I don't enjoy. The rest of these I enjoy. Final Destination 3 is a mixed bag. The acting is good overall. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, this is a very early role for her, and she does her very best, and it helps elevate this material. The opening disaster, I would say, is a small step down from the one in Part 2, but it's still a damn good addition to the franchise. The set design for the roller coaster queue is dope, and the practical effects look great. I have not seen the Choose Your Own Adventure version, I've only seen, like, the actual canon version of events. But I do like the ending. It's never really outright confirmed where these visions come from. Sometimes it leans towards, it's just death fucking with people, and other times it leans towards, there is a separate force who opposes death, but is not as powerful, and so can only interfere in the form of these visions and clues. This movie leans a little more towards its death fucking with people. The characters are a step down. They are even less likable than they were in Part 2. Ian McKinley is entertaining as hell, but he's also just a douchebag. And as far as events goes, this movie is largely just a rehash of the first two, with some new stuff added, but not nearly enough. Score is 2.5 out of 5. Number 4 is Final Destination, the original. I'd say this is the best horror movie in the franchise. This is the scariest in the franchise. It's still not super scary, but this is the movie that succeeds the most at actually being scary. The acting is also some of the best in the franchise. Devon Sawa and Ali Larter stand out, but the rest of the cast is at least decent, and the characters who we spend time with actually get a decent amount of depth. Like, Carter, the dickhead, actually gets some development. And Tony Todd steals the damn show. He gets one scene, but makes every second count.
Why does hand do that?
Chemicals in the vascular flesh create cadaveric spasms.
Look, I'm his friend, and
I know who you are.
What are all those tiny marks?
Cuticle lacerations from pulling at the wire.
pulling at the wire. If he was pulling at the wire, he wasn't trying to kill himself. It was an accident.
In death, there are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, and no escapes. What you have to realize is that we're all just a mouse that a cat has by the tail. Every single move we make, from the mundane to the monumental, the red light that we stop at or run, the people we have sex with or won't with us, the airplanes that we ride or walk out of. It's all part of death's sadistic design, leading to the grave.
He really was the coolest motherfucker. Kills are great, practical effects are solid, CGI, when they use it, is pretty good. It's fine. The script is pretty clever, but there are some issues with it. There are some ideas and themes that are brought up and never really explored to their full potential, like this connection between Alex and Clear. And Valerie Luton's death is one of the stupidest and most convoluted in the franchise. My score is 3 out of 5. Number 3 is Final Destination 2. This movie is a step down from the original in 2 regards: acting and characters. It is a step up in pretty much every other regard. The opening disaster is probably the most iconic in the franchise.
Son of a bitch.
The writing is just as good overall, the plot is a bit more coherent, and it doesn't leave as many threads hanging. The kills are more gruesome, and I'd say the musical score is a little better. The music in both of them is great, but it's just a little better here. This movie is less scary, but more thrilling than the original, I think is the best way to put it. My score is 3.5 out of 5. Number 2 is Final Destination 5. This movie is the best of the first 5 in 2 regards: characters and tone. The acting is better, the writing is better, so the characters are more likable and fleshed out than anyone in the previous movies, and the leads actually get a good amount of development. And most importantly, they feel like real people. They have actual lives and goals. And the one who is not likable, the creepy pervert, is at least played by a talented actor and rightly portrayed as a sleazebag. And the tone is much more balanced and consistent than the others, especially the cynical snarkiness of the fourth movie. This movie successfully combines the dark suspense of the original with a little lighthearted humor from the sequels, and, well, the other sequels. The kills are among the best, and the opening disaster, I'd say, is the second best in the franchise after Part 2. apparently, I'll link the article in the description, according to an expert, this is, or at least as of whenever this article came out, this was the most realistic portrayal of a suspension bridge collapse in a movie. It's something a lot of movies just tend to get wrong. The kills are among the best in the franchise, and the CGI isn't fantastic, but it is a big step up from what we got in Part 4. Although the 3D is still a little egregious. And the ending, whew! I won't spoil it just in case you haven't seen it yet, but fantastic ending. Score is 4 out of 5. Finally, number 1 is Final Destination Bloodlines. This movie succeeds in the same two important areas as Part 5, characters and tone. The tone is mostly serious, but there's still a good amount of dark comedy throughout, especially with one death in particular, where basically our premonition lead, the one who has the premonition, is like looking around and looking at all these elements in the scene and being like, okay, this and this and this, and like predicting a Rube Goldberg, and then a little later, that exact series of events plays out, and sure enough, it kills someone. But the funny part is, it happens in the background, which just makes it even funnier, honestly. And the characters all have depth. Even the annoying kid brother has some depth to him. Also, one more thing about the characters is the fact that they're family instead of a group of strangers or co-workers or classmates. And so they're family, so we get there's tension in some of those relationships because of things that have happened in people's past and then have affected the younger generation and so on and so forth. It's all, well, I mean, it's in the subtitle, Bloodlines. It's all in, like, familial stuff. My one problem with this movie is that there are quite a few scenes where it feels like they shot on a blue screen or green screen. And it's usually in scenes where, like, why would you? I mean, this wasn't filmed back in the early days of COVID, so I don't get it. But aside from that, this is solid, and it does a fantastic job of tying really the whole franchise together. And like retroactively explaining certain elements that have only been partially explained or just not explained at all. And yeah, it works.
So, which one of you is next?
Iris said that you'd found somebody who stopped death and survived.
Yes.
And how do we do that?
There are only two ways. By killing or by dying. If you take a life, you get the time that person had left.
What? No, I'm not gonna kill someone.
Maybe we should let the guy finish.
Then to truly break the cycle, you have to die.
The score is 4 out of 5. Hey everyone, what's your ranking? Let me know down in the comments. Like and subscribe and all that. If you don't like the video, tell me why and try to be constructive, and maybe consider subscribing anyway. You'll be notified when I upload a new video. Watch that and tell me what you like and don't like about that one. That's all for now. Stay safe in these batshit crazy times.